Happy Halloween, everybody! And in honor of I'm restarting. Happy Halloween, everybody! And in honor of Halloween, I'm dressing up as Chris.
And I'm going to dress up as Colt.
Yeah, and I'm dressing up as the wins against Chris. Colts wins against Chris. Fuck, I'm sorry, guys.
One more time. One more time.
I'm dressing up as Chris.
I'm going to dress up as Colt.
And I'm dressing up as Colts wins against Chris. You guys, because like they don't exist.
All right, it is week 9, everybody. We are very few weeks left in the season, but we still got action. Kev, trading Colt there.
Yeah, I mean he put Cortland Sutton up on the old trade block, and a little back and forth during the week, but we came to an agreement. Just need that solid veteran presence in the locker room, so picked up a stand-up guy like Cortland Sutton.
You sent him a slew of picks over the next 3 years.
Yes, I did. All right, and we're gonna kick off the recap from last week. Me and Chris, the two-time champs, and a bunch of other coincidences that we had going in that we covered last week. 4 Chiefs on Monday night. They scored 74.5 points, which averaged out to 18.5 points per player. So that was terrifying. It got very close. I won by 5 points. But yeah, Chris, you made a valiant comeback. Unfortunately, you couldn't take a median. I was bringing us both up, right? But this time I had to do what's best for me. I had to look after me first.
Next up was me versus Colt. Colt has been looking for that next grill since week 1, and I did not want to be the one. I'm sorry, Colt. I'm just letting you hold that load a little bit longer. Drake London, surprise out right before games, made it click in my head that, wait a minute, it's National Tight End Day. So I went double tight end, and oh my God, they went off. That was so fun. I think I'm going to keep it going with the double tight end. It's very fun to watch those guys do good. But yeah, I'm sure Colt is pretty sad right now. So I'm just glad you didn't beat me. I'm glad I'm not going to be on the grill.
All right, next game's going to be me versus Aaron. Introducing Breece Hall, throwing past touchdowns now. Oh, and freaking Jonathan Taylor just scoring touchdown after 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 touchdown. So my running back defense sucks. I need some help. I need some interior linemen, some beefcakes of guys just like low center of gravity filling up the holes. Aaron stays on fire, gets his 4th straight top 3 score of the weeks, and I stay just a little bit outside of the median for my 4th straight week. This sucks, guys. But congratulations, Aaron. He hit 100 wins all time. Joins me, Kebo, and Chris. So half the league is in there now. Chase, you're the next closest at 87. You did miss a full year, so laugh at everybody that's below you that has been here since the beginning of time. And yeah, guys, that's my matchup.
Then the next game we got Garrett versus Alex, and we had talked about the even weeks for Alex, and it is official. Alex is damn near unbeatable on the even weeks. He's 7-1, and on the odd weeks he's 1-7. So look at your schedule, figure out when you play Alex, and hope it's an odd week. Unless you want to lose, then I guess hope it's an even week. Garrett, he went 8-0 weeks 3 through 6. But now he's back-to-back sub-90-point games. We don't know if it's a pattern yet. It could just be 2 bad weeks. It happens, bye weeks and such. But he did start the season off 2 bottom 3 scores, 8-0. Now he's had 2 bottom 3 scores. So is he about to rattle off another 8-0 streak, which would be actually kind of insane if he does. So I'm kind of hoping it happens because it'd be funny.
And the last game, the game of the week, was Chase versus Miller. And Chase saved a lot of points the previous week against me and used a lot of them against Miller, scoring 121 to Miller's 90. Also, Chase, we know that you already have some weird voodoo and magic and stuff, and you decided right before game started to wish for a leg injury of sorts for a landlubber hours prior to Cam Scatterbo going to the hospital.
Yeah, why him? He was so much fun to watch this season. Very entertaining for football. You had to use your powers against him.
Miller is holding true to the either he's under the median or he's a top 3 scorer. Me and Aaron are also doing that. So Price Brothers and Miller were either going for it or taking the week off. All right, if we take a look at the standings now, we had 7 teams move again. So we are keeping the trend of everybody's going to keep moving around. Me and Jacob holding true to our spots for the past few weeks. And also Aaron all the way up on the podium after just 4 weeks ago being dead last. I wonder if any events happened to shoot him up the standings.
Yeah. That's crazy that Mirror's apology last week didn't really work. I guess I'll admit it was me, guys. So we do need Mir to apologize. Mir, why haven't you released a press conference yet?
I mean, maybe he will now because he's officially past Miller now. So now it's affecting him.
It's affecting the league, Mir.
Mm-hmm.
Take one for the league.
Also, Alex officially in that 6th spot. If it ended right now, Garrett and Alex, the only 2 teams to not be in the playoffs, would be in the playoffs.
I can't help but notice, looking at the standings, the average points against the teams with the top 3 points against are the bottom 3. Those teams feel like they're having a tough time, and they are. So that's that sucks.
Yeah, it is funny seeing the 2 in the 90s and then 3 in 120s. Probably not as funny for those 3. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah,
losses.
Yeah, I can speak to that. It sucks. The matchup this week, Chris and Colt, they also hate it too. You never won with Bijan in your lineup, so maybe don't start him this time.
demote him to flex. Maybe that's what you got to do.
Look,
Send a message
never
saying
won
you can't be RB1 right now.
You never won with Bijan on your team. I'll give you a 3rd.
No response.
Okay, first. What's up, sluts? Sorry for calling you sluts. What's up, guys? I'm just mad. My team sucks. Anyways, so today's drink, in honor of like all the stores across America, it's Christmas. I got some eggnog, spiked eggnog actually. I just added a little bit of milk for some flavoring. It's from Costco. Let's give it a shot. I'm not gonna chug it because I want to enjoy it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you got a Costco card, not a Sam's card, Costco's better. Go out there. It's in a big bottle. Pre-mixed, mix it with some milk or not. If you're, feeling a little upset about yourself, go and enjoy it. 7 out of 10. Oh, sorry. 8.5 out of 10. I'm fine. I feel good though. I could drive.
Alrighty, boys. We're going to get into this week's games. Everyone's been waiting for it. Bo versus Mir, the long distance lovers. And then we got Jacob versus Alex, the Jacksonville showdown. Everyone loves those. Then we got me and Aaron, battle for the red. I had it first, Aaron. I'm older. Chase versus Garrett, the local rivalry. And then the game we've all been waiting for, the only one that really matters this week, we got Colt versus Chris.
Yes. Number 14.
Lucky number 14. Am I right, Colt?
I mean, I like the strat that Colt's going with this week, going for a little shock and awe, going with the 0-player lineup. He did shake up his offense a little bit. He traded away Cortland Sutton. Do we think this is the week? Is this the final time it happens?
I don't know. It's hard to imagine a world that has never been.
Realistically, how good do the Buffalo Bills do against the Kansas City Chiefs? That, to me, will determine if Colt is victorious for the first time in our lifetimes against Chris.
I also am noticing Tyrone Tracy has entered the lineup for Chris after the devastation that happened to Scataboo.
Yep.
Thanks to Chase. So.
Oh, shoot.
Whoa,
Wait,
yeah.
Yeah. They were having a conspiracy theory against Colt.
And all of a sudden, Chris gets help at running back where he needs it. Hang on a minute.
Chase is smart. He thought he had us.
He did, right into that one moment right there.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm going to do it on a different week, so it's under the rug. It's not noticed.
The way Kevin worded it right there just gave it away.
Sorry, Mir. You got caught in the crossfire, it seems like, at this point. Yeah.
But it's worth it if Chris wins, right? Like, everyone's happy at that point. Like,
not Colt.
Well, yeah, maybe not. What? I mean, maybe Colt is happy because, like, this is all he's ever known. So he's had a pretty good life.
That's
true. He could be like one of those people that just like to suffer. That's true.
I'm curious if Chase doing that is a canon event that splits this timeline to where, like, if he wouldn't have intervened, Colt stays on the path of losing. But since Chase intervened to try and help Chris out here, that wasn't supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to mess with fate that deeply, and now Colt gets the win. If Colt wins, it's Chase's fault.
All right. We're settled. But just so we're all clear, still rooting for Chris. 100%.
We decided to take a look at what the statistical odds were for this to happen. And initially, we were using the analogy of flipping a coin and it landing on tails 13 times in a row at some point. Like, what is the chances of that? Which is like 1 in 4,000. But turns out you are actually guessing that it's going to be heads and it being tails 13 times in a row. That's 1 in 8,192. So we have a couple things here just for comparison. The odds of a professional actor receiving an Academy Award nomination in their career, about 1 in 6,500. So if you would have, in the past 8 years gone to be an actor, you had a better chance of getting an Academy Award there.
I mean, after that scene from the other week, Colt's a good actor.
And then another we'll switch to sports. We're fantasy football. We'll stick in that lane. So the odds of an MLB player hitting for the cycle, which is hitting a single, double, triple, and a home run in the same game, are about 1 in 6,000 for an average player in any given game. So you have a better chance, not you specifically, an MLB player has a better chance of hitting for the cycle than Colt did for beating Chris.
Yeah, and then the third one, honestly, if you had a better chance of being born and being able to count to 11 on your hands, or being born with any extra digit, toe or finger, than you do of going 0-13 against Chris.
Yeah, those odds are actually 1 in 500, so it's like 16 times more likely that you would have had an extra digit.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many people were running around with an extra finger or toe.
Well, we know Miller, who has the flat thumb, so I wonder what those odds are.
Got the hitchhiker thumb. I can go.
Maybe 8 years ago, you decided to swap your career over a little bit, become a NASA astronaut. Based on the recent class where 12 candidates were chosen, the odds of being selected was 1 in 1,380. Almost 8 times more likely if you would have, just gone that path 8 years ago. You would be a NASA astronaut by now.
Yeah, and I feel like you did the schooling that honestly would have fit perfectly in there. So it would have been crazy, though, you being in like the International Space Station and still losing to Chris.
And then let's say, we tried to get you to move to Orlando for the past, decade or so, while me and Bo were both living there. So if you would have stuck with that decision, moved to Orlando, tried to become a Disney Imagineer, their internship gets around 2,000 applications. They only give you 10 spots. So that's a 1 in 200 chance. So you had a much better chance of becoming a Disney Imagineer than beating Chris.
Do you ever wish you were a little bit taller or, wish you were a baller? Well, if you were a high school basketball player, you had better odds of eventually being drafted into the NBA than you do losing 0-13 to Chris, because those odds are 1 in 3,531.
But now we're on game 14. If you lose for a 14th time, that brings the likelihood of that actually happening in real life to 1 in 16,384, which an amateur golfer hitting a hole-in-one, the odds are 1 in 12,500. So, if we notice that Colt loses this weekend, we should all go out to a par 3 and take a shot, because we've got a better chance of hitting it in the hole than Colt did, losing 14 times in a row.
I'd like to hit a hole-in-one. That'd be cool. Name on like a board on certain golf courses. I know they do that,
Probably get a free beer out of it too.
Wonder if Colt's on a board in Chris's house.
Honestly, Chris, if you beat him again, or when you beat him again, you just buy Colt a beer. You can get a free beer out of it too.
Or ship him a potato. I saw you can do that online. You can just send a potato to someone's house. So that could be fun.
I got a mustache scissor. Look, you can tell. Look how crisp this is. Oh God, now I'm out of focus. There we are. Well,